good? What's good? What's really good? Welcome to another episode of Curate the Fly with me, myself, and I, your guy, ART till I die. Oh yeah, oh Lord. And this week we're going to be, or this episode shall I say, we're going to be looking at a pair of New Balance, and that's the New Balance 2002 Salehe Bembury. Check these out. I mean, this is a dope shoe, and I got to be real honest with you, I didn't know anything about this brother before this shoe released, but in acquiring this shoe, I had to go back and do some background checks, some background research on the designer of this shoe, and I was just very impressed, from the guy's story, from his rise, coming through the ranks of, various different companies, involved in shoe design, from having aspiration to working with Nike, you know what I'm saying, and actually working with Nike for a short period, and actually working with Yeezy for a short period, to finally be in a position where he is right now as the head of footwear at Versace, head of men's footwear at Versace. We got to give a big shout out to Salehe Bembury, because you got to appreciate, when a black brother, was able to break those boundaries, and bust through the door on certain different levels, a certain mainstream level. It's always a beautiful thing to see and a beautiful thing to be celebrated. It's a bit sad that we got to celebrate the fact that he's black, but that's just the world we live in, where opportunities ain't really afforded to everybody in a sort of equal way. But I mean, we're really working towards better times and more equality in all industries. But slowly, I mean, to me, this shit should have happened yesterday, but how everything works in this world, slowly. So, first and foremost, want to look at the box. I do believe he had something to do with the design of the box. If this isn't his own personal work, this isn't something that he designed, I do believe that he was very, instrumental in the design of the box. I don't know whether this is Utah on the box, or this is the Grand Canyon, or this is Arizona. I think it's Arizona, but all of that orange rock and all of that sort of canyon sort of looking environment that they've displayed on the box, it's a beautiful touch, man. Definitely in the way that it's been illustrated. It says, "Peace be the journey," which is a dope message. You don't really see messages like that on boxes, but this is definitely for the box heads to appreciate. It says, "Peace be the journey, NB, 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 NB." So 5 NBs, New Balance insignia. Salehe Bembury, the first collaboration project between Salehe Bembury and New Balance Athletics Inc. So that's kind of suggesting there's going to be some more to come. So if that is the case, then it's definitely a good look, and I feel very lucky to have this OG, the original pair in hand. And good lord, it don't stop. I feel like he's a writer or some sort of graffiti artist, or got some sort of background in graffiti or writing, just from his style, from his illustrations, from the composition of his work, the way, the way his line work is, the style of it, just, definitely traits of an illustrator, And I love seeing that, when a designer of a shoe is actually got some sort of skill with the pen in terms of design and creativity, not just using programs on a computer, but can actually, whip up some designs in the old-fashioned way of just using a pen, and his mind and his skills just bring forth a design. That's dope. What I like a lot about this shoe as well is the fact that it was actually first come, first serve, in-store release at End in Soho, or End on Great Portland Street. That's not really Soho, but kind of Soho. It's like, Oxford Circus, backroadsy sort of vibe. And I was so happy and lucky that this was something that I was able to grab in store, because it took the power away from the retailers with this whole raffle vibe, where they can come and check my profile and see my profile and decide in their mind, I don't like this guy, I'd rather give it to Tim from Swansea. And it's like, see Tim in Swansea, it's like, fuck Tim in Swansea, because you see me, I'm from London, innit? Like, and I'm a local to London stores, and I go to the store and I buy. And it's like back in the day when it's like Tim from Swansea, couldn't purchase in store, you needed my money, it was good enough for them. But now with all this digital push, Like, you know, like companies are trying to act like they're really just trying to touch every corner of the country in terms of catering for people, you know, who, you know, seem as though they want to grab shit. It's like, yeah, it's a bit unfair for Tim in Swansea, but it's like, you know, like if there ain't no outlets in Swansea to buy shit, that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no end in Croydon. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no end in Brixton. There ain't no end anywhere in South London. We got to travel and, you know, post up outside the store for, you know, a certain amount of hours to secure the bag. You know what I'm saying? To secure that we can get whatever it is that we want to get. And all of that stuff is just crazy because, you know, people are getting profiled and judged, you know, unfairly for being who they are and getting, you know, chastised. They're not being allowed to buy certain shoes. So I like this drop because now I was able to cop this drop, and, you know, it wasn't something where, like, you know, I had to beg someone to give it to me, or I had to, you know, show my gratitude and post, you know, 1,000 posts with the pic and who gave it to me. All that stuff is just so degrading as a customer, and it's like those retailers who really do that to customers, you lot just need to come better, man, because it's not necessary. It's like me, if I give someone something, I'm not gonna be like, yo, I gave you that, keep throwing it in your face, I've given you this, I've given you that, please tell the whole world, post a pic, let them know. It's like, bro, there's got to be some love and integrity in it, and a lot of these retailers, they don't really move with too much integrity nowadays. It's just all some very weird behavior, man. But this shoe is banging, and shouts out to the little test shoe baby that I saw on Berwick Street, you know what I'm saying, when on the day of the drop, and I was looking at this pair, and some little ashy test tube baby came through wearing like the community gardens and with his little ashy cave bitch, and had the cheek to say to me, he wasn't even saying to me, I don't know who he was talking to. It's like these young sneakerheads nowadays are so lacking of respect, and people just let them get away with anything, to the point where I don't know who he was talking to, but he didn't know me. He knew certain other men that I was standing with. I reiterate, I don't know who he was talking to. But this dickhead stopped while I was admiring the shoe, had the cheek to say, nah, I'm sorry, but those are dead. Dead? You're dead, cuz. You doing out here like, bro, because you got community gardens on. Like, man, make change out of your little chump. Like, bro, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man can't tell me nothing. Like, I don't know who gave these nerds license to speak, but you know what I'm saying? If you can't see it, bro, I can't explain it to you. Do you know what I'm saying? What's overstood don't need to be explained. You know what I'm saying? If you can see this long hair suede, that makes me feel a little bit better about not getting a pair of Grateful Dead Night Dunk SB lows. If you can see that long hair suede, then you can appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? But we need to really get it this time. We need to get that texture. See that long hair suede, and then that good nubuck. Tell me, why is there perforations in the nubuck down around the heel panel? The heel counter wrap around. Why is there just perforations in that nubuck? Good lord. And then we got some sort of rubber texture over here that kind of like resembles the grooves on a fingerprint or a thumbprint. I don't know if that's what that is, but that's what it seems like to me. We got this unit at the bottom here that kind of resembles an air unit or a boing bounce unit, which I assume is some sort of cushion in effect, because they are comfortable as fuck. And this speckled, we got like gold speckles on the white midsole going around with this like hard plastic hit in the midfoot right here. It says NRG. I don't know what that is. I don't know what NRG is, but you know, I feel like it's some sort of system, some sort of comfort cushioning system, or maybe a spring sort of system, because these are running shoes, or like trekking sort of running shoes. Stability web. This thing in the middle here, I see it, it says stability web. This is like, okay, this is to add some sort of sturdy shape to the midfoot. This is crazy. We've got a white hit on the outsole, says New Balance. Oh, that's also soft. Oh my gosh, the comfort levels are crazy. And we got some rubber or material underneath on this outsole, this burgundy outsole, that says Endurance, and it has a trademark in there, so that's obviously some sort of traction system that they've used on the outsole, which we see in burgundy with some white foamy, the white from this midsole you can see coming through the cracks and the spaces in the design of this outsole. Really fly, really dope. You know what I'm saying? From the orange highlights just on the, just to really just accent the orange accents, to just really just highlight this I don't know what this unit is called, man. This comfort unit, this sponge cushioning unit is crazy. We see a whole different like feel of nubuck being used on this cool little section around here, but by the ankle. And it's like the ankle collar is just lined in this yellow string vest, canary, Cajun type thing. We've got like string vest on top of mesh. It's just ridiculous what's going on over here. More string vest on top of mesh as we go down, you know, to the front of the shoe, like getting onto the toe vamp and the toe vamp areas. We've got yellow string vest on top of mesh. It's just crazy. We've got burgundy, yeah, we've got burgundy accents on the toe box that are actually reflective. So I don't know right now whether you're seeing them burgundy or if you can see them reflective. Like, I'm not sure what you can see, but I'm just letting you know. Here and here, here, going around to this side, go around to the medial side, is all burgundy, but on a reflective material. The toe cap comes up the outsole in that same burgundy with a New Balance N insignia. I don't know if it's embossed, engraved, just, yeah, just, you know, just right there. Crazy. The N is disrespectful. It's got some fluffy, overlong, I don't even, this isn't suede, this is just fluffy. This is so luxurious with an N that is embroidered in blue and has a burgundy highlight around the outside of it. Excellent. Which is kind of funny because you can see some of the blue material actually coming through behind some of this burgundy stitched embroidery, which is cool. Some people be complaining in terms of quality, but when you're looking at a shoe that has so much quality on it, that has so much quality materials, I mean, a dude like me, I can excuse this. Like, that's minor. That's just a testament to the quality of this blue material that they used here. The fact that it was so long that after they embroidered it down, there was still some sticking out over here. You know, I love that, man. That could run with me. You know what I'm saying? We got the lace options for the lace swap. There's actually one of these on each of the shoes. So this is the right shoe, and we also have the same thing on the left shoe. So I believe there's just one lace per bag. I don't think it's like two of the same color lace. It's like one lace on this side for this shoe and one lace on that side for that shoe. So we have blue to match the blue on the end. We have white to match the white on the midsole, and we have green, which is really just like a contrast color because there is no other visible green, not of that shade anyway, on the shoe. So that is very dope. And then we get to the pied de résistance. Oh my god, the sex tape. You want to know what it is? Because it's worth it, but it's like, this is my sex tape, you feel me? So I ain't finna show you really, but let's just imagine it was your shoe. So this is your sex tape. Boom. You got the cork on a perforated cork insole. It says Salehe Bembury on the footbed right at the ankle part, and the MB insignia also sort of in white, but with that thumbprint or fingerprint effect. You know, just an immense level of quality with these shoes, you know. I'm just kind of sad about the release, because on the release there was a bit of a melee. I mean, not a bit of a melee, it was crazy. Man, them like other brothers basically stormed the door and all sorts of fly shit, and there was a lot of, you know what I'm saying, just a lot of negativity, man. The kind of behavior that made these raffles actually be the way that things are getting done nowadays, because dudes don't want to turn up on time, and when dudes turn up late, dudes want to push, and all sorts of other it's just ignorant behavior, man. And it's crazy to say that, you know what I'm saying, it was black brothers doing, you know, a lot of this nonsense shit, but it is though. And it's like, it's people that man would say that man knows as well. It's people that I got respect for and have respect for me, but just when it comes down to it, it's just like people are just so desperate to have what it is that they came out for, that they really just can't separate, you know, like what makes sense from what doesn't make sense. And to me, in my mind, even if you're able to like barge into the store and push through the crowd and get a pair, like that's the only pair you're gonna get. They're gonna cancel the rest of the like in-store drops, and it's gonna be back to raffles, and we ain't gonna get anything. No one's gonna get the opportunity to line up in queue and take the power of the retailer's hands and go in there and buy whatever they want to buy without being told, oh no, we can't sell to you. Right now, it's gonna get straight consumer to direct to consumer. You know what I'm saying? You know, straight producer, direct to consumer. And these businesses are just gonna cut out the middleman, and the middleman is the retail shop. You know what I'm saying? These are just beautiful, man. So many different reasons why I love this shoe. You know, I didn't know anything about this shoe. I was just invited to come and, you know, buy the shoe and check it out. And, you know, being a sneakerhead, you know, being that lockdown was, you know, relaxed and we were allowed to go out and go in store, I couldn't pass up the opportunity. Shouts out to my guy Sky Eye. Shouts out to my guy Leon McLovin, you know what I'm saying? You know, shouts out to Deji, you know, shouts out to Cambition, and shouts out to all the rest of the OGs that were out there trying to acquire this shoe, because, you know, it's a dope shoe. And it was dope to see all of them OGs out there as well. Now, I mean OGs, people are, you know, using this word OG real frivolously, and I just mean OG in terms of original, like people that I saw in the game 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what an OG is. That's an original. I don't mean if you've been buying shoes since 2010. I mean, I seen you in 2010, and in 2010 you'd already been in the game for like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? We were just meeting each other because, you know, in 2010 is when it really got to, you know, come outside levels for me anyway, in terms of, you know, appreciating these shoes and being a part of this quote unquote sneaker community. But yeah, man, beautiful shoe. Shouts out to Salehe Bembury, you know what I'm saying? Excellent execution on this piece. I feel very lucky to have this pair. I've seen Trinidad James talking about this shoe a lot. I haven't really seen any other celebrities sort of hail up the shoe or embrace the shoe like Trinidad James. Not to say no one else has, but shouts out to Trinidad James for recognizing. I think it's really cool when you see like celebrities appreciating the shoe that you appreciate. You know, we're not followers in this world, but definitely I feel like it adds a bit more value when you see people who are on the mainstream level who can really afford to have some stuff that you couldn't really afford to have because, you know, just for whatever, you know, like, I don't know, financial security, they might be made like that. They might be able to buy a pair of Louis Vuittons for every day of the week. And when they have something that you were able to acquire at the same time, it adds a little bit of value, in my mind anyway, still. And I mean, if that wasn't true, then all the shoes that Travis Scott released, you know, they wouldn't be as dope as they are, or people wouldn't appreciate them as much as they were, or if he wasn't the person he was. So that's how that goes. But that rounds up another episode of Curate the Fly with me, myself, and I, your guy, ART till I die. Oh yeah? Oh Lord.